Greetings, all you game masters. I'm your master, the Frank Master here. Welcome to what I guess to be another Frank Master look at, because apparently, what I'm being told here is that that the next game, whatever. Just I'm not gonna go give you this joke. But anyway, welcome to. Hold on, this is quiet as shit. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, there we go. So I guess this Frank Master look at here, we're gonna pretty much just design our own pizza to play, because you know it's a Halloween fest. I guess you can't have a Halloween fest style Five Nights at Freddy's game. And I am really butchering this, aren't I? But I gotta start with, I guess, about my favorite pizza here. So usually I just I'm kind of basic. I just take a regular pepperoni pizza like most, but I do like the occasional mushrooms every now and then. Even though, yes, I know, kind of a freak, but hey, you know what? Oh, look at that, my friend's playing Wallpaper Engine. Imagine that. Anyway, let's go to Pizzeria, ready? Well, now with our pizza made and ready to go, let's go ahead and start feeding the kids. Thank you. There you go. Yeah, principal game. All you gotta do is move around and then hit shifts. I'm surprised even decided to make us look at it. But hey, you know what? Better than nothing, I suppose. Better than nothing. Hey, I guess it's better than Kid Dracula, I guess. Well, I think that was a good I didn't think that was a good option. Alright, come here, you. You're all the pizza made. Of course, it gets harder the more you do it. Obviously, I'm gonna get this black bear I gotta worry about. But thankfully, stops on the dime every time you hit him, so there's that for us. No, yeah, I am feeding this kid whether you like it or not. These kids are gonna have type 2 diabetes, or whatever the frick this pizza's giving them. God damn it. Whatever the fuck this pizza's giving them, that's what they're gonna get. Alright? Just. Oh, god damn it. Frickin'. There you. Okay, fine. Just eat it. Eat the pizza then, I guess. I'm trying to feed the kid here. At least one more to go. Oh, come on, you bitch. I froze you in place. Come on. Up here. There you go. Oh, you're really. You're pissing me off. You're pissing me off, you black bear. You're pissing me off. I'm not enjoying it. Oh, okay, well, don't know why round 4 is happening. Oh, here we go. Okay, and well, I guess the game's broken. Well, that was fun. Fun while it lasted. I got all the beats of the world. And now we've completed the joke that every other YouTuber did back in 2018. Welcome to the real Five Nights at Freddy's 6. Even though technically I know it's called Pizzeria Simulator, but who fucking cares? Go down here, press plus.
Leaving dead space. 3, 2.
Oh, we're leaving, alright.
The purpose of this tape is to test automated response times and reactions from vintage interactive.
Yes, I know they're playing Wallpaper Engine. Thank you.
If you are playing this tape, that means.
So yeah, I figured because you know.
Been checking outside at the end of
hey, we're not quite close at home. Let me turn this down a bit. Okay, sorry. I noticed that we're kind of a couple weeks away from Halloween Fest. I figured this would be a decent game to at least guess towards Halloween. It should be the last. It should go without saying. It should be the last full playthrough. If we have time, I want to do Ultimate Custom Night as like a lookout. But yeah, I figured I might as well do this now. And plus, I figured you know the past years I've been doing it. FNAF 2 comes out this year. The movie does anyway. So yeah, it doesn't feel right, honestly. And plus, I also didn't have time for Resident Evil 1 remake. So yeah. Anyway, this is just a whole beginning scene. This paper means nothing. None of this means anything. Just a whole lot of, you know, get you an early scare.
Document results.
It's gonna be a huge no for me, but me boy.
Begin audio prompt in 3, 2, 1.
Whatever you say. And yes, I haven't aware of this game since its first release. Of course, it could go the same my first time viewing it as been through Markiplier's playthrough. So here we are again. With more of the scares and all that good shit. Well, at least you would think so, but you'll see what I'm talking about. That's still a big note for me. Alright, one more.
Begin audio prompt in 3,
2, 1.
Yeah, she is very aware. Who would have thought? I'll say one thing about this game, though. This game does show Scott at least knows how to write something comedic.
It's a new day. It's your time to shine.
New day,
it's
new
time
me.
to take your career into your own
Who the fuck are you?
You've saved money your whole life. Great. Now it's time to put all your eggs into one basket.
Because fuck you, that's why.
Gamble on your future. A gamble that comes with a 100% chance of success in some cases.
Some
What are we
cases.
talking about? We're talking about becoming a Fazbear Entertainment franchisee. That's right, restaurant ownership.
That's
and
right.
management.
You get to be this.
Something
You can be
almost
part of the
anyone can do
1%.
with a limited degree of success. Sure, it's a lot of money to invest, but everyone's doing
And a
it.
lot of
That
problems
means
do with
it's safe and
Oh,
lucrative.
that face
With your
spoiler is
initial
sure.
investment, you'll receive everything you need to get started, including a small room, some tables, and electricity. But don't
And
forget
that's all you really
about the
need,
money
honestly.
you have left over after buying your franchise package.
Hell yeah.
Use it to decorate, buy a stage, buy attractions and animatronics, and much, much more.
Even though Chuck E.
Now,
Cheese only
let's
uses
take a look at a
animatronics,
few
that's
things
why
that
I
will
heard
help you
last
get
time I heard about that
started as
place.
a Fazbear Entertainment franchisee, such as atmosphere. Making sure your establishment has an inviting
cheese is so
atmosphere is
real.
essential to bringing in new customers.
It's not fake.
Entertainment. Having a lot of entertainment value in your restaurant will ensure that customers come back.
Hell yeah.
Bonus revenue. Coin-operated games and attractions
Save
can
money for
generate
nerds.
additional revenue during
Yeah,
the day.
who cares about that
Means
shit?
more money in your pocket, ready for reinvestment. Health and safety. There may be times when you purchase something of questionable quality, and we don't blame you. Cutting corners is just good business.
Yeah,
But
who
there
cares
are
if you
steps you can take
kids
to
die?
ensure you don't get sued for it.
Flaws
And
of
that
getting more
brings us
money,
to
more money.
Liability. Being a thrifty shopper is smart, but be aware that buying things on sale comes with a certain amount of risk.
It sure
Aside
does.
from the daily risk of lawsuits, there's also the risk that something might be hiding inside whatever you just purchased with that steeply discounted price
Uh-huh.
tag. Of
Yep.
course, that would only be a serious danger if there
Where's
was
your
something
warrants
outside
at,
that's been
huh?
trying to get in for months
Tell me,
now.
where is the
You're
proof
not
that I
confirming
was the
the
one who
case.
brought that animatronic?
This concludes the amount
Where's
of
the
help
receipt?
we're legally obligated to provide. Remember, you are now the face of the newly rebranded
That's
Freddy
right.
Fazbear's Pizza.
This ugly mud's is
Wear
definitely
that
gonna
smile with
sell
pride,
a lot of
and let's
people. I'll
make
say
some
right now.
money. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for disappearance, death, or dismemberment.
You're that right. So, how this game works? Some of such location there is multiple endings. However, only in this location there's only 2 endings to worry about. Here, there's a grand total of 6, technically 5. I say technically 5, and we're gonna do all of them essentially. However, how we're gonna do this is the endings I'm talking about here are there's the mediocrity ending, the bankrupt ending, the blacklist ending, the insanity ending, and I kind of view both lower keeper and good or completionist ending as pretty much the same thing. It pretty much goes in the same path. So how's it gonna work? I'm gonna do mediocrity first, and I'm gonna do bankrupt, blacklist, insanity, then ending off with a good and completion ending. I feel like that's probably the best place to end it there. So essentially, we're gonna take the easy route first. We're gonna make it extremely easy for us, as painfully as easy as possible.
Let's see how much cash you had left over
Yeah,
after purchasing your franchise.
Give me all that money.
Great. That should be more than enough.
All right.
Now let's get started. On your
So
left,
shut up. I want to explain it. So how the game works usually. I'm not gonna get more into this until we start to probably do the next ending, because mediocrity we don't have to worry about any of this. But essentially put, we can start buying shit, and so we can start building out pretty much our own Chuck E. Cheese restaurants. Of course, you get money. You get money every day. There are 6 days in the week, starting from Monday all the way to Saturday. And of course, with the money you have, you can spend by pretty much anything. And now you can see the stats. You know, atmosphere. Honestly, the only thing that none of this really matter. The only things that should matter are health and safety, bonus revenue, and liability risk. Entertainment and atmosphere are pretty much the same thing, essentially. Health and safety pretty much make sure you're clean, not getting any lawsuits. Liability risk will pretty much mean you get lawsuits. And bonus revenue, which helps you get more money at the end of the day. And how it works too is that every time you buy something and put it somewhere, it'll increase your Fazbear rating. I think it's what we want to call it. For mediocrity ending, we're not going to do that. Instead, what we're going to do, we're going to buy the sanitation station, because I'll explain why in a second. Because starting out, you always have the risk of 3. Now, with the risk of 3, usually it's not that big of a deal. You're not going to get any lawsuits. I'd say you don't get lawsuits to your risk past 5. And we get lawsuits that pretty much, that's your ticket to get bankruptcy or blacklisted, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. As for the risk, though, as long as it's above 2, that can risk something getting into your restaurant, i.e. one of the 4 animatronics that can kill you. Now, I'm not going to talk about those animatronics until we get to probably the next one being bankruptcy. But we're not going to get the bankruptcy just yet. What we're going to do is we're going to buy the sanitation station, because this thing, thankfully, will not increase our hazard rating. But what we'll do, it'll bring our library risk gone, which means we can have the easiest possible route of finishing this ending. Which also means now that we can, now I can explain this part where every time you spend more money, i.e. $100, you get Stan's budget tech. You spend $1,000, you get Smiles and Servos, and you spend $10,000, or like, I think it's $5,000 or $10,000, you get rare finds. That would come on to play later, but for now, for us, we got everything we needed. We can upgrade Best Be Nothing, we're done, essentially. And now for the second part of the game.
Your restaurant
probably be the big meat and potatoes of this. Now, I'm not going to explain fully on how it's going to work until we get animatronics in here. But all you know for the Mediocrity run is we got to start ordering shit. And this takes quite a bit to do. It takes about 30 complete seconds to get all of these done. 50 seconds for the printer, or the print stuff. And about 35 seconds for the utility stuff. And you can... And I'm not going to explain everything about it, like I said, until we get to those major things. Because none of that matters in this run. Because Mediocrity run is essentially the easy mode, which means you do absolutely butt fuck all, and just go to the end of the day and just act like nothing happens. Why? Because you chose to do that, you freaking psychopath, you. You pulled the me, you pulled the bare fucking minimum, and now this is what you get. This is what you get right here. Now give me that flyers, baby. Print out those flyers. You better print them out good. Oh my god. So I guess during this time we'll wait for us to be done. Might as well talk about what's happening lately. So, so the day recording this, the 8 came out yesterday. I'm starting playing right now. So far, I'm enjoying what I'm playing. Haven't gotten super far into it though. I'm like, I haven't a lot of time to do this because I am working a lot of hours this week. So if I do sound a little bit exasperated, it's probably why, because I'm in the middle of a grind. Let's put it that way. But hey, you know, sometimes when you gotta do it, you just gotta buck up and do it. You know. It's not the end of the world, really. I trust me. I remember back in Fisher's, I had to work like 40 hours a week alone in conjunction with going to college. So it's something I can handle. It's something I can't handle. But I am looking forward to 2 years from now when I finally graduate and finally just focus on getting career going. But we're still the ways that are going. And I'm also wondering if I'm ever going to keep doing this by that time, but we'll see when we get there. I'll probably still do it until, like I said, I'll keep doing it until I get bored. Which I'm not bored yet, so yeah. Anyway, after you get all the tasks done, you can log off.
It looks like you're getting...
Yeah, we did it!
Now let's just focus on getting you through your first week.
You got that right.
There's a big party here Saturday, and you should view that day as your ultimate test.
Totally,
Make it through Saturday, and you will have proven yourself as the successful entrepreneur that we all know you can be.
Totally, yeah. That's why I'm oriented at, yeah. And of course, there's a third part to this, but we don't care about this part.
Congratulations on completing your first day.
That's nice.
However, your job isn't over just yet.
And there's a third part to this, though. Honestly, we don't have to worry much about it.
And that
in fact, we're going to skip this, and you don't have to do this. You could theoretically salvage it, because it doesn't increase your FAS rating. Because the only thing you need to worry about in terms of mediocrity is your FAS rating. You make sure it stays at 0. But honestly, you don't really need them in there either. So you can just throw back in the other way. And the easiest fucking route to the end. The easiest route to the end, baby. And then pretty much just summary get your stats and say you did. Oh yeah, we got 22 visitors. We didn't do that bad. All right, and at this point, at this point you can just skip straight to the job, and we're just pretty much just gonna speed run our way through it because there's nothing else we have to worry about. Absolutely nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. It's like working a normal 9 to 5. Honestly, that's the scariest part about this run. Reminds you of real life. But sitting there with nothing doing bittersweet fuck all. It's like how Office Space described it. You know, on a given day, it feels like I'm only giving 15 minutes of honest to real work. Oh boy. Yay! I will say though, before we get too into the nitty gritty of this game, I will comment this much. Before I fully explain everything, I think this is the better FNAF 3. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it right there. This game is just everything FNAF 3 wanted to be, and it's just so much better because of it. And honestly, I would argue probably the best of the classic FNAF or should I say before Breach. Before Breach. Security Breach. Which, yes, would be the next full-fledged game, though I'm not really sure if we're gonna do it next year, because next year, I'm thinking it's gonna be full-on Resident Evil. Or I do both Remake 2 and maybe 3 if we have time for it, but like, I already mentioned this already, so I'm not gonna go too deep into it. Well, I'm gonna mention it over. That's how fucking annoying this is. But you know what? That's just how it is sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta buckle down and deal with it. I guess I can comment on some of the new Mega designs. I didn't like Dragon design. I know some people were kind of different to it. I think it's fine. I really like Malmar's design. The whole Malamar thing. Halucha design's great. But Starmie's, oh my... I had a laugh when I saw Starmie's. Like, you just made his legs grow bigger. That's all you really did. Since you turned Patrick Star into even more Patrick Star. Which that's hilarious. Which I find hilarious as shit. Ah, boy. Okay. Nope, we're done. The job's done, boys. We're going home. Alright. I don't care. We're keep on moving.
Before you is an animatronic.
Yeah, I bet he is.
You want them all to be in one place.
Yep. You got it, buddy. You got it. I'm gonna have it all there. Oh, look, we got 4 more visitors. Hey, none of them turn away. That's a victory. That's a victory right there. Honestly, if I get 26 customers when my restaurant only has 2 benches and a fucking sanitation station, fuck it, I'm doing something. I'm doing some incredible fucking work. I'm telling you right now. The only time I really worked on a restaurant that was when I was working at fucking McDonald's. I'm gonna tell you, the working conditions of that place were horrendous. Because firstly, I was kind of looking for my first job during high school. So you know how it is. A 60-year-old kid with no experience. Just learn how to drive his car moment he turns 16. Essentially, you know how it is. You're just trying to find a job, and essentially no place is hiring you, so you just sell them McDonald's, and they just hire anybody, really. And freaking, I like remember the shit that like the poor working conditions. Like they always send you home early. Their solution to when you get a grease burn is put a fucking pickle on it. It'll feel better. Like it's just. And look, and eventually when I quit, I'll tell you the day when I quit that job, it was euphoric, because I would say it's this much. Retail is far from perfect. It has its own fair share of problems. Stupid customers, like long hours. I almost said long shits. It's really mostly it's the customers in retail, but even then, I would do retail over or fast food any day of the week. At least the conditions are okay in comparison better. It gives you better pay and better hours. Fast food just sucks. It's less simple, it just sucks. I don't like it, and I was like you don't either. Even though my previous job at George Mart was shit, I still would probably work there over fast food, to be honest with you. Because more manager was shit than actually anything else, but that's just how it be sometimes. That's just how it be. Alright, but we should be almost done with day 3 here. Or, this is day 4, right? Never mind, this is day... Wait, I lost count, honestly. This just truly is a work week. I truly lost count where I am, where I'll be in. Alright, well, I say we're already halfway there. Halfway there. You thought it's gonna get any more interesting? Hell fucking no, you're better off. In fact, if you want to go ahead and skip to the end, feel free to do so, because it's not gonna get any more interesting.
Before you is an animatronic found in the back alley.
It is. Okay, get the fuck out. Go back. You're right. Get back to that alley, bitch.
You want them all to be in one place.
I'm ignoring that comment because I don't give a flying shit. 23. I lost the customers. Hey, you know what? At least you got your pizza. Honestly, this is kind of miss the symbolism of like a mom and pop shop. I'm surprised they're getting any fucking revenue at all. Like any. Just. But here we are. But yeah, it kind of reminds me. I remember like my mom for Mother's Day had to get because she was angry for Amish food that day, and friggin' she took us like this one restaurant, which was like it was kind of like ways away from where we lived, and it had like fucking nothing. Like it maybe had fried chicken. It maybe like the buffet was so goddamn small that I didn't even bother with the buffet. I just got something got a sandwich from there, which was fine, but like, yeah, definitely not a place I recommend going to. Also, I guess you didn't want to go to the barn, which is in Ohio. It's like where we live. It's just so far away, but. It's just how it be. It's just how it be. Anyway. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I guess I'll talk more with ZA. So, I mean, I knew going into it my Star Wars wasn't going to be tepid. Maybe because Gen 5 represent, which I'm sure I imagine when we're going to Pokemon Generation 5, Black and White Edition, I'll pour my heart out for those games, because those were the ones I grew up with. But I always know the contentious argument online with how Pokemon handles graphics. And look, I'm always an advocate of gameplay over graphics. The game, as long as the graphics aren't, making my eyes bleed, I can play the game, because I value gameplay over graphics. And that goes with Pokemon too, because like at the end of the day, I know Pokemon is. I know it's kind of lazy in their end for like not having anything graphically interesting about the games, because there really isn't anything graphically interesting about them. But I can live over it. The gameplay was fine, and honestly, I feel like ZA does just enough differently to, now not fully enough, but just enough. Like I feel like in terms of the battle system they're working with, I feel like it's steps in the right direction now. One of the things I wish the game did better was not have the entire game take place in Lumio City. But then again, I'm not fully into it yet, so who knows, maybe we can get out of Lumio City. I highly doubt it. It seems like the entire game's going to be in that place. But once I finish the game, we'll see about that. All I'm saying is I'm glad they improved shiny hunting again, because like that's one thing I hated in Scarlet and Violet is like they got rid of the shiny noise from Arceus, which is so good. And
before you is an animatronic found in the back alley.
Oh boy.
We are unsure of its origins. It is your
Why can't I
job
click?
to complete the maintenance checklist.
Why can I click?
It as salvage, or if you choose,
don't tell me the game's
you
soft
can throw
lock
it back
me.
into the alley where you found it and forfeit payment. Please make your choice now.
Well, okay, whatever. I guess it won't be jump to the head.
You want them all to be in one place.
They're definitely gonna be there, all right. Definitely gonna be there. But yeah, I'm glad they improved shine, because that was the one thing I always hated. Is like they got rid of shine noise in Scarlet and Violet, which, especially those super hard to find ones like Slowpoke, it's like you never know. I felt like I passed like a million shiny Slowpokes. I just didn't recognize it. Thankfully, they brought the shiny noise back, and it didn't take me long enough. And surprisingly, it did not take me that long to find my first shiny. Only 2 hours in, I found a shiny Fletchling just hanging around there. No, not the guarantee Marie, just the random ass shiny Fletchling just laying there. Because at first, when I heard the noise, I thought I was on the roof and I couldn't get up there. But thankfully, that wasn't the case. So, hey, that's cool at least. And plus, it has all my favorites on there. It has Ampharos, has Krookodile, has Lucario, which hopefully they'll find some point. Yep, I have fins up working. No, I like this. No go at me. Okay, it's still working. It's doing its clutch thing. There we go. Okay. Because I'm concerned. I was concerned for a second because I know later on this game's gonna use noise kind of like nothing else. But yeah, we'll worry about that when we get there. I'll tell you though, the only 2 more games I'm really looking forward to the year being the Hyrule Warriors game, which I'll probably for Chris. Probably guys getting for Christmas gift. I'm not really. I don't think it's a day 1 purchase because as much as I love Zelda, I'm not a big fan of Muso Tensei, or what I want to call those games, those Dynasty Warrior games. I'm okay with them. I'm okay with the hack and slash, but like, it's still my go-to genre. And Metro Prime 4, which I think that game looks sick as hell. I think that game looks really cool. Very cool. That's next year, though. I'm not really sure it's going to be released next year. I know Wolverine's coming out, which looks pretty cool. I'm trying to be better and decide what I want to spend money on and what not to spend money on, because I know, like, a lot of the big game companies are trying to bank off nostalgia nowadays. Which I can take or leave it, you know. I mean, the prices are kind of absurd. Like the Galaxy games being $70 is completely absurd. And you best believe I only got Galaxy 2 because like there's no way I'm getting Galaxy 1 again on the Switch. Because judging by the 3 All-Stars and the port, there was very little differences outside like one whole fucking chapter. Whoop-de-doo, one whole chapter which you guys can finally easily see on YouTube. And it really doesn't have much of anything, to be honest with you. At least there wasn't a chapter book in Galaxy 2, and at least Galaxy 2 wasn't even on the Switch, so there's that. Which I have fully played again because I love Galaxy 2. I really do. It's probably right behind. Honestly, I think it's still the best Mario game, but Galaxy 2 is a close second. I love that game to death. I'm sure I'll pour hard out for that game whenever I do get to it, if I even get to it, because goddamn that. I don't know. Anyway, we're at the last moment, the last shift is where it ends. It all ends here. It all coming to an end. I did bittersweet fuck all, and I got to the end of it, baby. That's how we roll here in Fazbear Entertainment. That's how we fucking roll. I did bittersweet fuck all, and here we are. Get the fuck out. Oh my god. As for FNAF 2, it's all the trailers. I wasn't the biggest fan of the first FNAF movie. It was fine, but I had like a lot of issues I had with it, and honestly, I gave it a 5 out of 10, which honestly I probably am sticking to. A lot of people are gonna die to death that movies absolute cinema, and no, it isn't. It really isn't. Like they got rid of the whole scary element about it, how it is a movie, which, come on. Oh, but FNAF 2 proves some problems though. I'll still watch it. It's good on streaming, so I pretty much don't spend that much to see it, but yeah. I'm hoping it's good. Because good lord, I was not interested in any of the fall selections this year. I mean, it wasn't really meant to begin with. I mean, I'm probably gonna. I'm not even sure because I was gonna watch Tron, but after hearing all the negative things about it, I'm not really sure if I really should watch it. Because the one thing about the whole mindset of you don't like it, don't watch it, but how can you say it's better and get a chance? Like, I think there's some problems to that. Like, why can't we just formulate an opinion based off of what we see off perception? Like, I know the NDA can't be. I know the NDA can't have much of a voice in it if you haven't really seen it. But like at the same time, why can I just not want to watch it? I wore that very poorly. I apologize. That's better in my head, and I apologize. But whatever. We're at the end of it. It's over. It's over. We did fucking nothing. We just did the bare fucking minimum, and we're moving fucking on. This was the Mediocrity ending. We're done. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah, baby. And now look at that ending to show we did fucking nothing.
Congratulations! You've completed a full week on the job, and you've done it in such a lackluster way that no one is proud or disappointed. It's a fine line to walk.
We're just
but
expected.
You did it,
We're just
completing your job with such an efficient level of laziness that we're surprised you're able to dress yourself in the morning. While such a minimalist work ethic is rare, it doesn't mean that we want you back. In fact, it means you should look for employment elsewhere. But
That's
before you go, take this certificate of mediocrity.
Hell yeah, baby.
You should be
Hell
proud.
yeah.
You stood on 2 feet and convinced someone that you could do something when in fact you couldn't.
I love
Now,
this.
Get out.
Get the fuck out of here! Alright, but that's the mediocrity ending. We got 0 Faz rating, and that's all that really was to it. Special plus, buddy. Look at that. There's our beautiful plaque to demonstrate it. And we're gonna end it there. So thank you all for watching. Be your master of the Frank Master. We're gonna continue to master this game on next playthrough. So see you guys then.